What's up, movie crew? So today I am going to see Reminiscence. And I'm going to be honest with everyone, I am going to be taking advantage of this being on HBO Max, so I am going to be streaming it. Now, if your local theater is playing it, check it out. There's a lot of movies that aren't doing too well right now, and some of these movie theaters do have regulations for everything going on. In my case, it's a couple of different situations where right now the best option is for me to stream it instead of going to the theaters. But I'm going to log into HBO Max. I'm going to check this movie out, and then I will be back and I will give everyone my thoughts on Reminiscence. Alright, and I just finished watching Reminiscence. Okay, overall, not bad. Definitely got to give kudos to Lisa Joy. This was her first directorial feature. Overall thoughts, I applaud the ambition. This was a very, very bold movie to make for it being your first movie. Overall, though, it falls a little flat for me. There's definitely a lot of stuff that's just hinted at and talked about and discussed, but there's no real backstory behind it. And it makes it a little irritating because there's a couple of scenes where it feels like they just use this very vague backstory to really tell the story that's moving forward. So for me, I get it, but I can't say that I enjoyed it as much as I could have. As far as the movie itself goes, there's definitely some sci-fi elements. There's a romance story. There's some film noir in here as well, which some of it blends really well. And Hugh Jackman doing the narration like you would get in an old 50s film noir I cannot pronounce that. You get where I'm going with this. Hugh Jackman being able to talk about that and doing the narrations for it, he's got the voice for it. Hands down, so when he's doing the narrating the backstory about what's getting ready to happen, it makes sense. And overall, it's not a bad movie. But I definitely feel like the story could have been a little bit tighter, or this should have at least been, I don't know if a two-parter would have been the best idea, but something else should have been done. And because of that, the movie falls a little flat for me. The mystery element that you get in the trailers of Hugh Jackman looking for this mystery woman, that part of the story is done great. But there's a lot of other things that happen in the movie, and it's like when it comes time to explain it, it's like, oh, vague backstory. Like, they really don't go too far into detail as to why part of the country is now underwater. All they say is that there's been some issues, there's been a war, and whenever they need the plot to explain something, it's because of the rising water levels, or it's because of the war. And that didn't connect with me as well as some of the other parts of the movie. As far as the acting goes, solid cast. Everyone that was in this movie did their job and did it well. So, solid cast. The main portion of the movie that they're talking about, the love story of Hugh Jackman trying to find this mystery woman. That part's told very well. Everything else, though, kind of falls a little flat. I don't really like doing the whole on a scale of 1 to 10 because I know that there's B movies that I love and there's classic movies I hate. So I don't normally like doing that, but on this one, I'd say it's a 3 out of 5. So if it's something you want to check out, go and check it out. If you've got HBO Max, it's on HBO Max. I normally would say go see it in theaters, but this is one that I did end up streaming for a couple of different reasons. But overall, definitely a good movie and it's definitely worth watching. But it's definitely a one-time watch. If you're like me and you have a movie theater that plays movies before their VOD, DVD, Blu-ray release, check it out there. If you've got HBO Max, stream it. But again, kudos to Lisa Joy for just being this ambitious for a directorial debut. But that's going to do it for this one. I'm kind of holding my camera right now because I didn't want to set everything up because I'm going to pretty much edit this and upload it while I'm asleep. But that's going to do it for this one, so tune in next time.